Hello and welcome back to Shieldwall. This game only just recently in the last week or so came out onto Steam and immediately is growing rapidly, and I think it's only developed by one guy from looking at the update notes, the patch notes that he released for the campaign mission 4 update. And this game, the aesthetic, everything about it is absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely spot on. I love what they've done with it so far, even just this loading screen. So basically, because it's a brand new game, and I've played a fair amount of it, I thought I'd take you through a couple of the kind of, well, basically give you tips and tricks, develop like the strategy, the meta, how to beat them, and effectively go through a little bit of the build list or tech tree, I'm not sure what you call it, the upgrades, and what you want to do with your battle standard also. So I'm just going to try and outline all of that in one video. Seeing as campaign mission 2 decided to delete itself from my channel and entirely corrupt, I think it's only fitting that we go through the tactics and strategy on this one, and it's actually really easy to show you why this is so important on here. So we're going to jump in and make a start. Okay, so we're in. The most important thing to note with this game, so you can see here we've got this upgrade tree, and then we've got our standard, which we can't yet see yet because we haven't bought the guy. The most important thing is you want to maintain, it's all about gold, right? You want to maintain a healthy amount of gold at all times so that you can get the upgrades and everything else that goes with it. So what that effectively means is you want to be making sure that you start out by only buying the cheaper guys and avoiding as much conflict as possible. So you see what I've done here. I've let these guys fight it out. They're going to scrap it out and kill each other, which means that they're losing every single one of those that dies, that's 15 gold gone, and none of them have got the flag. So what we're going to do here is we're going to wait for them to kill each other, and then we're going to pick up the pieces afterwards, and that way we preserve all of the money that, you see, their whole army, if they want to replace 20 men at 15 each, then they've spent 300 gold there, and they have no flag to show for it. So by us avoiding the engagement and letting them kill each other, we've got the flag, which means we get the upgrades. And as a result, what you want to go for, if you want to avoid conflict, avoid losing men, once you've got a full set of these cheap dudes, these 15, the standard men, you want to get these missiles, because effectively that lets you absolutely annihilate the enemy's team before they actually even get to you. One thing that you also shouldn't be scared to do is just give ground, because you see these orange guys are going to come in here, and they're going to jump on the flag. Now, I could have tried to protect that, and maybe I would have defeated the oranges, but then I'd have been killed by the purples there, and then the purples would have taken the flag. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to let the purples and the oranges fight out, and now that we've got these missiles, these javelins, not only are we going to let them fight out, okay, this guy's gonna interrupt the flow. We probably should have stayed a little bit further back, and then we're going to jump onto the capture so they can't respawn any more guys, and then here we go, missiles. There we go, so now all we got to do is just fight the leftovers, really. And the flag is going to be ours once again. Losing minimal guys. Like, if you can already see, they've had to replace their army twice. We've only had to replace our army... Well, we haven't actually had to replace our army yet, other than these guys here. And that was only a couple of them. So you can see the advantage you get from avoiding the conflict now. And then you basically just do that over and over again, which means that you end up with so much more money. So you see I can get upgrades again to get a second set of javelins. So this is what I'd recommend. I recommend get a full squad of people first, and then get all of the javelin upgrades, because that just allows you to just stand back and just do unbelievable amounts of damage to the enemies, which allows you to level up your battle standards. If they're coming at you like this, you let them come, you just keep letting them come, you keep letting them come, and eventually they'll charge, and then that's when you throw. There you go. Look, that's absolutely annihilated them. Okay, so now that we've got 200 again, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to get the battle standard, because effectively this standard allows you to start upgrading this thing here. So you see standard customization. And so basically what that means, now that we've got that standard, all of the points and kills that we get, you want to get that early on, because then it means that if you don't have the standard, all the XP you're getting from the kills, none of it actually goes towards the standard, and you don't get to upgrade your armies. So again, you see here, we're going to let these guys fight it out, and then we're going to run in and just basically clean up the pieces here. And we've got a lot of missiles, so we're just going to throw it in now, and then we're going to throw in again. There you go. And then you see that means that we're also getting the we're getting the XP that's going to allow us to level up our battle standard. So once you've got the standard, you then want to go down and get the standard main sign here. And I think you want to be going for the flag capture speed, absolutely, because this allows you to capture the flag so much more quickly. The most difficult thing about this game is when you're attacking a base and the enemy can just continually spawn units in it. It means that there's nothing you can do. So my strategy is you get that, and then it means that when you then press left shift, if you look on the left hand side where it says aura of standard and you press left shift, you see now it's 100% flag capture speed, which I just did there just to demonstrate. But if you imagine you run into their base and you need to really quickly take the flag and stop them spawning units, that is absolutely invaluable. Once you have that, I'd then recommend going to 20 to 25 units. Again, we're still just getting the cheap guys because I think that the javelin damage that the cheap guys do is actually just as much as the legionnaires. So I don't think there's any point. And obviously because you're trying to avoid as much conflict as possible and get the upgrades nice and early, if you then end up running in and deciding to get the legionnaires, you're just wasting a lot of points that you don't really need to be wasting. So we want to be taking this XP, so we're actually going to throw in here. There you go, you see? One thing you can also do is you see these orange guys? When they go into combat with the purples, what you often want to do is you want their main army to be drawn completely out of their base. Because if the army is drawn out of the base, it means that there's nobody at home. It's when they die and respawn in the base that it's really difficult to take. But you see, if they're at that flag over there fighting the purples, we can just sneak around here and do absolute bits. Also, one thing before you attack the walls, I really should have said this, damage the gates by 25%. It just means that you get this down much more quickly. It's invaluable. And then you'll see what I mean here. So because they're out of their base, you've let the army stay out of the base. What's going to happen here is we're going to take these gates down, we're going to run in, and then we're going to put our horn down. You'll see this any second now. We're going to stick our horn down. Look, they're respawning already, but look at this. Because we've got so many guys in here, we've taken that away from them already, so they can no longer spawn guys. And we're going to be able to start spawning guys any second now. There you go, it's our base now. Simple as that, our base. Okay, now that it's our base, we can just hold off these purple guys. Nice and easy. At this point, I'd then recommend you got a full army, you got both the javelin upgrades, and you got a standard that's on its way making you gold per minute. Then you really need the advantage. So at this point, you then start replacing your main troops with legionnaires, which are just slightly more heavy duty and can endure a little bit more. And you'll see here, we're actually gonna, yeah, look, we're sitting on the flag, we're making ridiculous amounts of money, and because we're on the flag, we're getting plus 40% gold per minute, which means we're just raking it in now. You want to be able to respawn as quickly as possible, so I think that's the next thing to go for here. And then everyone that dies from now on, you're now replacing them with legionnaires. So you're now replacing them with the 2 button rather than the 1 button. These guys are going to charge again. And also when you throw in, you want to aim a little bit low because the javelins sometimes go really high. So you'll see here, they're about to charge, and as soon as they start charging, that's when you throw. There you go, and again, and you just throw another one out, and then you press R and R to make your guys charge, and left shift to get your horn off. And then look, these guys are just going to get absolutely crushed. Look at that, look how quickly they died. It's absolute carnage. When their gates shut, they're not going to be able to come out. You want to just sacrifice an entire army to batter down these gates, because then it means the gates are down for ages. So they'll then come to flag, what is that, C, the middle flag? And then you can kill their army, and then the next time you come to their base, you can just march straight in. So it's fairly straightforward, to be honest with you. So you want to have a little bit of cash saved up for when this does go south. Okay, follow me. You see, now their general's there. You want to get your guys, okay? Because if their general's there, they can't spawn units in their base. So currently they cannot. Oh no, there's eagle-eyed javelin throwers. So we're just going to charge in, jump on the flag, and we're going to take it as quickly as possible with our horn. Look at this. Look at that. So look at that capture speed. And look, that's it. They can't spawn any more guys. It's as simple as that. And now, but the thing is, they're going to go try and take the middle, and we need to finish off these guys, actually. I tried to rush that there. But the middle flag, they're outside of a base now, so this is a real problem for them. Oh, they're coming for us with those. Let's return fire. We're just going to run round straight onto the flag. Straight onto the flag, take the flag, they can't spawn any more units, and then job done. So we may as well just get a couple of these wee upgrades, because we've got plenty of points. And then let's spam, loads of units, here we go. Let's stop them getting that base. Oh, they're probably going to get it, look at that, there's a ton of them on it, they're going to get it. Come on, bait them round here, let my guys chop them up. Oh, but look, they're just eternally spawning more guys, which is a problem. Yeah, I've got 6 of them back here, which means that's 6 less people fighting. which is significant. I would recommend doing that if you ever can. Oh, look at that, and there you go, that's their flag done. Victory. Job done. There you go, there's my conclusive overview of how to play and win at Shieldwall. I'm really enjoying this game. I can't wait for Mission 5 to come out. Yeah, so that's kind of like the tips and tricks, strategy, tactics, how to beat the game, which hopefully, obviously the meta hasn't fully developed yet, but as this game develops and eventually they release multiplayer, hopefully that's a good kind of benchmark to work from. So if you enjoyed that video, I've got 3 other of these on the channel at the minute, so go check those out. And also these videos are been doing incredibly well, so I also need to take a second to just say a massive thank you to everyone who's decided to take the time to watch them, and hopefully that one was useful. So if you enjoyed that, I'll be producing plenty more of these, so consider subscribing. Let me know what you thought of that video. If you completely disagree, let me know in the comment section, and hopefully I shall catch you again in the next video.